It is a great joy and honor to come into your homes and your minds with a message of empowerment and enlightenment. This is Emmanuel Mensah, a co-founder of the Eagle Mentality Group. At the Eagle Mentality Group, we teach and propagate information about the power of thought, universal laws and principles, and how these laws and our thinking comes together to create our life circumstances or our realities. All human beings are creating their realities, be it at the individual level or the collective level. We create our realities based on our thinking, the thoughts that we establish as our beliefs. And so this is a universal truth that you've got to be awakened to. And you don't have to believe in this. You don't have to accept it. You don't have to do anything for it to be true. But the fact is that is the truth. And so, as we all know, in our world, a lot of things had been happening. But based on the human understanding and our discoveries, people who came before us never understood some of those things. And so, if you take a phenomenon like electricity existed since day one. But people who came before the time that we discovered how to harness this energy for a better use and to better our lives, men and women never thought that there was something like that. But the fact that they didn't have the idea and knowledge about the electricity about how we are using it now and the understanding that we have today doesn't mean that electricity wasn't in existence in their days. It existed, but it's just that at that level of understanding and knowledge, they were not exposed to that, but we discovered it. And so you create your own reality. I create my own realities. All of us, we create our own realities. It's a universal truth. And you are here to discover it in a way that we discovered electricity somewhere along the lines in our human journey, evolutionary journey. And so that is what you need to take control of. You need to take care of. Every thought that passes through your mind, that you give it more airtime, has effect on your life. And you will know it by the way you feel. And so today I'm going to speak to you about this important thing. Once we understand these key things, then we have control over whatever we are doing or our creation. Today I'm going to speak to you about positive and negative thinking. And so who is a negative thinker and who is a positive thinker? Once we get the understanding of this, we have the keys to our lives. Normally, when it comes to negativity, negative thinking, all human beings normally point their fingers at others, that they are negative. They are entertaining negativity. And so they don't look at themselves, but they look at other people. And this kind of situation is in our life because we have been trained to believe that how we are feeling is because of other things or other people's behavior. But as a matter of fact, that is not the case. And so you have to first establish that you are an individual, and all human beings are unique individuals. And the very reason why we are here is to feel good. No one was brought on this earth to feel bad. The purpose for your existence is well-being, to feel good. And so to know as to whether you are a positive thinker or a negative thinker, you have to begin from yourself, not what other people are saying or doing. Our life is basically mind your own business. So if you mind your own business, then that you will know as to whether you are a positive thinker or a negative thinker. And let all other people be. You see. And so a negative thinker or someone who is entertaining negativity is the one who entertains thoughts that leads to him or her feeling negative or negatively or emitting negative emotions. That is the definition or the meaning of this. So, in your individuality, as an individual person, you will know because you are the only person that is thinking, and you are the only person that knows the feelings that you are getting from your thinking. Every thought has its associate emotion, and this emotion comes as a result of the disagreement in or agreement in thinking between you and your lower self. No one has access to this. You are the only person that has the right and the control of this. You can explain to people how you are feeling. They will never be able to experience how you are feeling. They may have a fair knowledge about it, but they will not be able to tell exactly how you are feeling. And so negativity comes about as a result of you entertaining thoughts that are not making you feeling good or are not making you to feel good, but you keep on to doing it. You keep on entertaining those thoughts. It doesn't matter how pious or whatever accepted, however is accepted, whatever you are thinking about, however it is accepted in the society or your religion or whatever. So long as you as an individual, when you begin to think about that particular thing, you don't feel good. It means when you go on to think about that because you want to please people outside you, that means you are entertaining negativity. You are a negative thinker. And so the guidance for you to know whether you are thinking positively or negatively is your emotions. Your emotions will always tell you. Anything that comes to make you feel good, brightens your day, thoughts that makes you feel excited, that is the thoughts that you're supposed to entertain, and that means you are a positive thinker. It doesn't matter how those thoughts goes against your religious beliefs or your religious rules or whatever, the government or the laws that we have. You must be at that point and know that these thoughts are giving me good vibes, and therefore they are the thoughts that are good for me. So long as you are not hurting anyone, so long as you are not interfering in anyone, but you are thinking these things in you and you are feeling good, that is when you say you are a positive thinker. You are in alignment, or you are in alignment with yourself. You see, you are like a driver who is always listening to the messages that the car engine is giving on the dashboard and even through the sound of the engine, you see. And so a negative thinker is a person who knows that whatever thing that he's thinking about, whether it is being suggested by any leader, religious, political, or whatever, he knows that that thing is not giving him any good feeling. But he goes ahead and think in those lines, then that person is a negative thinker. It doesn't matter how whatever you are thinking and doing comes to save other people or whatever, you are a negative thinker. And so this is the criteria you have to use. You are a human being, and your individuality is the number one thing. And therefore you must seek your individual happiness. And it is only when you seek your individual happiness, then that you can share your happiness with people. You cannot make any other people happy. The only way you have to show people as to whether something is true is to demonstrate it to them. And so if you want all other people to behave in a way that you make happy, you'll be happy. You first find the happiness in you and demonstrate to them how to live happily, unconditionally. You see. And so a negative thinker is someone that goes against the feelings that he's receiving from the thoughts that he's thinking. And as a matter of fact, I have had this conversation with a lot of people, and I have asked them several times, If you are given these two situations to choose one from, to say what the society say is the right thing and feel bad, terrible, and or to say something to yourself that even though it is not true, but it makes you feel good, which one will you choose? And mostly people say they will choose the one that makes them feel bad because that is what the society wants. If you are living that kind of life, that means you are pleasing people outside you and displeasing yourself. That will bring a lot of confusion. The kind of confusion, sicknesses, and diseases we are seeing in our lives has its origin in indulgence in negativity. People indulge in negativity and take it that they are being positive. No. The fact that you are lambasting another person in anger in defense of another person is not that you are a positive person. You can at the same time defend the person in love and with the right mental attitude, such that you even get a positive and a better result. You see, so negativity abounds, and every human being is engaging in that. But we are not, because we don't have knowledge about this, we turn around and accuse people that they are being negative. Let other people be. Our life is mind your own business. If you cannot maintain your own home, then you don't have the right, even the power to go about telling people how to maintain theirs. You see, the only home that you can maintain is your mind. And you know what your mind is doing. Whatever thought that passed through your mind, that thought, if you give it airtime, will send information to you. And that is your emotion. You will feel it in your body. Therefore, when you feel negatively, all that you have to do is to call yourself to order that, I think what I'm thinking is negative. It is giving me negative signals. Therefore, it is time for me to change it to something that will suit me. That means that will give me a good vibe. You say, then that you say you are a positive thinker. Positive thinking is not about being pious. Positive thinking is not about following religious or whatever societal morals. But positive thinking is about you having communication with yourself. And that is listening to your emotions and always seeking your well-being. That is your good feeling. That is a fact. And so this is the time that you have to take control of your life. Take control of your mind. As far as we are all alive, no one has the power to know what you are going through in your mind, what you are thinking and what you are feeling. There is no cable anywhere linking you to any machine, any person that will know how you are feeling. Even if you go to the hospital, they are not able to tell you how you feel. They are not able to tell you how the kind of emotions that you are going through. No, there is no machine. There is nothing that can do that. You are the only person. And therefore, be wise. So long as you are getting negative emotion, you are feeling that negative emotion, the message is that you are thinking negatively, and in that stage, you are entertaining negativity. Change it to positivity, and you see that your body will begin to rise. And as a matter of fact, if you want to do this experiment and you confirm it for yourself, sit down at a quiet place, you alone. And then just take one thought, let's say a negative thought, something that is scary, and begin to think about that. You see that as you think about that and the thought begins to expand, then you begin to feel fear. It's like a cloud of fear, and all other things are coming upon you. Be deliberate. And when you get to that point, switch your mind to something that is more exciting and positive, and imagine it. As soon as you begin to think something that gives you that positive vibe, positive feeling, you will see your body beginning to expand. Everything in you begin to brighten up. You see, that is the power of your thought. And that is how to know as to whether you are thinking negatively or positively. And so be a positive thinker. And to be a positive thinker is to use your emotions as your guide. That is a fact. There is no one that will ever feel how you will ever have access to your feeling. You are the only custodians, and you are the receiver. You are the only receiver of your feelings, and they are all the product of your thoughts, you see. And so thought is the creative, the first cause of everything. Our thoughts are creative, and they are the first cause of everything. And therefore be mindful, be awakened to your feelings, and let your feelings be your guide. There is no guidance that any human being called man of God or whatever can give to you that will improve your life. But if you listen to your own internal guidance, that is how you are feeling, good or bad, and you guide yourself along the good side, everything in your life will begin to expand. You will receive ideas, you receive inspirations, things will come into your life in the way that you would never imagine, because at that time you are allowing God in your life to expand through your physical experience. And the laws in the universe, the law of attraction, takes how you are feeling as your vibrational point, you see. And that is the vibrational point of attraction. And that is what the law of attraction brings into your life. And so negative thinking is not about following religious or societal moral codes. But negative thinking is about when you go against your negative feeling. Positive thinking is not about following religious rules, and it's in the same way that you think you are doing the work of God, you are serving the society, you are serving human being, but you are feeling terrible. If you are doing whatever you are doing and you are feeling good, you derive satisfaction from it, good, go ahead and do it. But if you're not deriving any satisfaction, any good feeling from it, then you are going against your own self. Find something different and let it be. Those who are able to do that to get satisfaction, that is their area. Let them be, and find something that will give you satisfaction. You say, negativity abound in our societies, in our world today, because of our religious and societal morals that we have created. We have been trained to understand or to believe that people must change their behavior for us to feel good. And therefore, if someone is not feeling good, a person only attributes it to another person who is not doing something that he should have done, something that he shouldn't have done, you say. But that is not the truth. Whatever you are looking at is your subject of attention. You have the power to think about it in a good way or in a positive way. You are making the choice. And as soon as you make the choice to think about it in a negative way, you create a disagreement between you and your higher self or God. And therefore, you feel that separation, that tension. That is your emotion. So don't use those kind of negative emotions, as some people even see this as power. You see, as strength. The one who can stand and lambast, the one who can stand and condemn, the one who can stand and insult people. Then they say, oh, he is very powerful. No, that is a weak person. That person is indulging in negativity. But the one that takes his time and speak in a wise and a beautiful way that touches everyone's heart is the one that is a positive person. And it doesn't matter where the person is. It doesn't matter who the person is or who the person, And so be a positive thinker. And today I've helped you to understand what positivity and negativity are. Positivity is about following your emotions and always bringing thoughts or entertaining thoughts that gives you positive vibe. It's about you, not other people. And as soon as you create that state, you'll be a happy person that other people will enjoy your happiness. As a matter of fact, you cannot make people happy when you yourself is not happy. You see, and so positivity is about you looking at it from your personal perspective. And once you create that state, it reflects other people. Your radiance, your everything affect people, and they begin to change. That was what Jesus Christ was. He got to that point that he never entertained any negative thought about anything. Jesus Christ saw everything as good. Anything that appears before him, he saw it as good. And because of that, his positivity radiates into the life of those people, and those who were open to that, they got their answers. You say, so it is with you. Negative thinking is indulging in thoughts that are not serving you well, but you go on to do it because you want to please other people. That is a negative. Someone will tell you, I don't feel like doing this, you say, but the person is doing it. Oh, it is the pastor who says that. That is what they are saying. Oh, you see, I don't have to do that. It's kind of this, you don't gain anything from it, as a matter of fact. And that is why there is poverty in the church in particular. The church in particular, there is poverty because we are deceiving ourselves. When it comes to this offering and tithing, they say you have to give to feel bad before you get a blessing from God. That is never true. That is never true. Even the Bible categorically stated that the one who gives grudgingly receives no blessing. So the grudgingly is the feelings. And therefore, if you don't feel like giving, don't give. But if you feel like giving and you feel that it is something that comes to serve you, then go ahead and give. This is how you're supposed to guide yourself. And when you guide yourself in this way, you will see that you always find yourself in the center of your life. That is you being positive, radiant, and vibrant, that every human being wants to come closer to you. So positivity and negativity is all within you. And you have to be the driver. You have to be the driver that must respond to the messages that the car engine is giving all the time. You see? And so, let us, educate ourselves, or let us emancipate ourselves from this negative mindset or illusion that people have to be happy. People have to change for us to be happy. That is never going to happen. It will never happen. And normally, when someone is expecting the husband, the wife, or whatever to change, and the people are not changing, because the people too are looking for their happiness, what sets in is perplexity, powerlessness. And then you begin to develop this kind of tomorrow this, tomorrow that, tomorrow that, tomorrow that. Then it degenerates into something bigger. Then they will say it's the work of demons. But no, it is the work of your thought, because you are entertaining negativity. You see? And so negative thinking is simply going against the feelings you are having negatively in your body based on your emotion, and continue to indulge in those thoughts. Therefore, educate yourself. Today is the day of empowerment. Today is the day of liberation. Everyone, every man or woman, wherever you are. Normally I talk and relate it to African, but this relates to everyone. But this negativity actually prevails in Africa in particular, because Africans think that people who always go about insulting and demonstrating these negative emotions are the powerful people, but they are not. The powerful person is the one that is calm and collected and speak wisdom and understanding into the people. He speaks and it heals and it touches people. That is power. And that is why they say silence. Silence is golden. Silence is golden, you see. And so, please be awakened to this fact. Before I sign off, I just want to make one final statement. And that is rehash on the difference between a positive thinker and a negative thinker. A positive thinker is the one that listens to his emotions and deliberately think only thoughts that bring him positive feelings. Whenever he realizes that he's thinking he's receiving negative feelings, he intentionally switch over. He look for something different and think about that to make himself happy, to bring himself feeling the good feeling factor. A negative thinker is the one that knows that what he's thinking is killing him. Some people even confess that my heart is breaking. You see, I can't. They keep on saying I can, but they keep on thinking it. You see, when you do that, you are only seeking sympathy with people, but as a matter of fact, you are indulging in negativity. Change that thought. Even anything, little thing that will bring you relief from that kind of negative emotion, Be purposeful and do that. And as you do that, you become a person who is wise. A wise person is the one who uses his or her own internal guidance to make choices such that he co-creates with the forces in the universe a life that is vibrant, a life that is beautiful, a life that is full of joy and happiness. And that is my message for you. You will know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. It is always a joy to come and speak to you in this way. And I just want to say I thank you for your time and I appreciate you. But before I sign off, I just want to remind you, please click on the subscribe button and share the messages in your network. If you have already done that, we just want to say we thank you. And let us keep on doing the good work. And as we build ourselves and expose ourselves to these principles and we apply them in our lives, we'll become the better version of ourselves. And all of us put together, humanity become the better version of ourselves. And that is the glory of God flowing through all things, flowing through human beings on display on Mother Earth. Thank you and God bless you.